This is a charming idea, which I picked up when I was in Boston. My friend had it in his house, in fact. It's a little light which you have in the bathroom, and at night time when guests need to go and use the bathroom, before they reach in to find the light switch, this thing is already glowing at them, which is very, very nice. And as soon as you turn on the light, this turns off. So I'll pretend it's not working, because let me just show you where the photoelectric cell is. It's just a bit... and then come back again. But there. That's the photoelectric cell, that little bit there. This is a button which just freezes the color you've got. So when you've got your finger over that, it's as if you're in the dark. So let's plug it into, I've got a little adapter here because it's got to be done for 120 volts. I'll put this into here like this and make it come on, that's right. And if I keep my finger there, it'll start changing color, which is very nice, actually. So it starts at red, then goes to green, then goes to blue. Then that's a combination of two LEDs, I think it is, because it's a green and red. And a lighter blue because it's got some other color in it, I think. And it just goes through a sequence, and if you particularly like one of the sequences, you can push that little button I showed at the beginning, which freezes the color to that particular color combination. So anyway, you go wash your hands or do what you want in the bathroom to go back to bed, and as you walk out, you turn off the lights. This thing is performing, but when you're coming into the room, you turn on the light, this thing turns off. Very nicely done. Very nice little safeguard, I suppose, for people coming into a friend's house bathroom where they don't know where the things are. I don't want to trip over things. This thing is glowing gently and reminding them to watch out. It's a very nice way of helping guests to feel comfortable to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. So that one I've thoroughly enjoyed playing with. Here's one which... This is one we had on our website at one time. Do you know it? It's one of these ones which performs like that. Well, I'll do it this way around, actually, so it's easier away from the dark. It's actually got a loop there which is being driven around by a motor, and the lights themselves, which look vaguely whitish, are actually ultraviolet. There's a lot of ultraviolet in it, so this is blacklight stuff, which is why it's such vivid colours it's getting. Very, very spectacular. Tremendous fun to play, but it has to be done really in the dark because it's so much stronger to see the way it's behaving. There we are, and I can get it actually when the light actually comes on. There's some very, very strong colours on the material, but it works much better when the UV is straight on it. So a wonderful gadget that, but 99% more fun if you can do it in the dark. Here's another one which I've had for some time, but I've only started playing with it recently, which is it's electroluminescence. This is extraordinary. You've probably come across this stuff before. It starts off as this wire like this. I put my glasses on, so I'm going to have a go at putting my other pair of specs on to make it look a little bit zany. There we are. And if I turn this on now, you see that sort of lights up as it forms the outside of my glasses. Well, sort of, yeah. It's a bit. It's got 4 modes as well. Well, there's 3 modes. That's a steady light. That's a slow flasher. That's a fast flasher. Boom. When I first came across this, it was the Vienna Magic Company was showing it at London Magic Convention. The guy had done a wonderful thing. He'd got a whole lot of this stuff, and he's sewn it into his jacket, exactly there along the hem. So all the way around the jacket, every bit of it was being depicted in the semi-darkness of the showroom there at the Magic Convention. It was stunning to see someone had taken the trouble to do that. And it was the first time I'd seen this stuff too as well. So that's just a lot of fun because I can do masses and masses with this stuff, and you can put it on a board and spell out letters, hello, and that sort of thing. And every time you do it, you can then go to the 2 extra modes of 3 bits of fun. Just 2 little AA batteries or AAA batteries, and the whole thing becomes alive. And you can have a very long version of it too. So that's been a lot of fun to play with. The last one is quite spectacular. It's get this plugged in. So let me show you the bulb first. This is something that a British company was selling for a while back, and it's probably still available actually. It's a really, really good party light. It's an ordinary bulb with a bayonet socket if you're British, but you can adapt it. But the top bit is the interesting bit because underneath that dome there are lots of very, very strong LEDs and a motor. So a motor, when the motor goes round, it creates a wonderful display of light over the whole room. So let's have a go with this. I'll just turn on my side light, see what I'm doing. And plug this in. Where's my... oh, no. Yeah. Oh. There we are. Right. Now we're ready. There's power in there, and this is going to be turned on. Here we go. Ready for the light show? I'll come back right here. This is spectacular. I mean, you can't see it yet, but I'll show you the ceiling in a minute. But if I do it on my face, for instance, that's what you're going to get. Do it like that, because then the thing will turn around and around and around. Let me show the ceiling light effect it's producing on the ceiling there. It's beautiful. It projects up very, very nicely in a room like that. All over, you can move it around, but also I've got to keep it very upright actually to keep the motion going. I'll try not to move it too much far from vertical. That's an amazing, simple thing to be able to take along to a party, or if you have it to take out at a party, your own party in your house, to enhance the atmosphere. And some of the effects are stunning. I think absolutely stunning. It's got one drawback. If I take it off the vertical, actually, as I was trying to light up the cupboard behind me, it lights it up temporarily, but it stops working. The motion, the motor can't work. You have to move it around like that. But this is a wonderful piece. And on the face, no, it's not really so much fun on the face. It's so much more fun to actually see it on the screen effect, which is what you're getting on the ceiling of this thing. So there we are, a party one, and that of course is absolutely essential to be done in the dark. There's no sense whatever of trying to do that when you've got daylight on, because you'd hardly get any of the impression that I'm getting from the magic of it. Wonderful piece, that. Wow, that is a beaut.